Finally, another Technic off-roader is coming. But does it have any proper suspension? How big is it? And how much will it cost? Let's find out. My name is Zoltan. Let's build. So last year we already got a taste from LEGO. About exactly a year ago, that massive G-Wagon was released. Maybe it's not the typical off-roader many of us just imagined, but at least the oligarch kids surely had fun with it. After the strict German, now comes the wild American Bronco. It's smaller, but I'm hopeful it will be just as packed with features. So, this is the 42-13 set, coming in August 1st, with 943 pieces, and at launch it will cost 65 USD or 60 euro, which gives us a very, truly a very, with all capitals, good price to value ratio. That's about 7 cents per piece. On the back of the box we can see the main functions, but it doesn't say anything about the size, so I'm really curious about that. Alright, so this set contains 7 number bags plus 1 with the tires. Here's the small sticker sheet, whatever, I can live with it. And here's the manual, which will be 200 pages long, and we have some extra details of the real car, but I don't think, yeah, we don't have any extra features on the first pages, so nothing else to do. I'm gonna start this build and let's see the size, let's see the functions. Okay, I have to say this. This is the best 2025 August set in the Technic wave. At least to me. Yes, I'm obviously a bit biased because I like the real car too, but at this price, with such an amazing build, pay attention to this one because it turned out really great. But before we dive into the details, let's see the building process. Alright, so first I started with the V6 engine. It's the usual setup, but it still works brilliantly. Next came this strange horizontally mounted shock absorber. It's unusual, but it works perfectly here. Then we built the front axle and the steering system. These were connected with a bunch of Technic beams, forming the front half of the chassis. After that, the differential was built, again, a familiar solution but still very effective. In the next step, the full chassis was completed. At the front we have the steering and the engine, which are connected to the differential, so when you spin the rear wheels, the pistons will move. Then came some new parts, like these fender extenders, or whatever is this called, which are brand new for this set. In fact, the entire fender design is a new one. After that, it was mostly about the paneling. This is how it looked by the end of Back 5. And with that, the model was basically complete. But now let's talk about the size and the scale of this car, because everybody wants to know the scale of this car. So let's see that. So the Bronco is 5 inches tall, 11 inches long and 5 inches wide. If the real car is around 4,400 millimeter long, that makes this roughly a 115 or 116 scale model. And man, this Bronco looks beautiful. We can debate whether the red color suits it. Personally, I think it does. I like it when a car has a color, but I get it if someone's not a fan of this bright red color. But still, those shapes, those gorgeous boxy lines, wow! Obviously it's easier to recreate a boxy car in Lego than a curvy one, but thanks to the new parts, this one turned out especially sexy. So let's see those sexy parts. Let's start with the front. Yes, the headlights and the grille are stickered, but I think they look great. Underneath is the massive unpainted bumper, it fits perfectly. Then we have those new fenders. Beautiful. And take a look at the new tires too. These off-road tires have a new tread patterns and they match with the Bronco perfectly. The hood opens the usual way, and underneath is the 2.7-liter V6 engine with moving pistons. The A-pillar are thick and beefy, and the doors open. Inside there are grey seats and a sticker dashboard, plus a steering wheel, but it's just a decorative piece, not connected to the system at all. There is even a rear seat row inside, which can be moved a bit. The rear fenders are just as sexy as the front ones, and at the back we get brick built tail lights, a license plate, and this is also where you steer the car. If you turn the spare wheel, the car turns with this mechanism. And for extras, you also get a roof rack with 2 traction boards. Of course, you can place them under the wheels for rescue situations. Oh, and speaking of the wheels, this is an off-roader. And the Lego model is designed for off-road terrain too. Check out how well this suspension works. The front is much softer than the rear since there are 2 shock absorbers in the back, not just one. And just look at these suspensions. It looks like it could handle serious obstacles. All in all guys, if you are looking for a set with great value for money, which is also looks great, I don't think you can do better than this. It has fantastic shapes, the build was exciting, and even though the functions are the usual, they still works well and the set includes a ton of new parts. So, don't tell me that a set has to be expensive just because it includes new pieces or molds. This set is a living proof of that it can be a reasonable price even with lots of new elements. To me, this is one of the best Technic set of 2025. So guys, what do you think of this set? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like what you saw, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!